Right guys, welcome to my final instalment of 7 whatever special editions. This one's going to be tackling 7 of my best special editions. I would like to have included Dillinger Escape Plan's Option Paralysis, but I have actually previously shown this, so if you haven't seen it, just click on the link below and you can have a look. That's basically it. It's a puzzle box. Yeah, it's amazing. It's got a million different things to it, but I feel like it was cheating, so I'm not going to include it today. So right, let's go on with it. Alright, so number 7, this is technically not a special edition because you're not having to pay extra, but I am going to show you it because it is a nifty little thing. It is Tool's 10,000 Days LP. This record, like I say, there was no special editions with it. They all came the same, like this. It's very strange because you've got a pair of glasses hanging off your CD case. And all it is you get artwork with it. Various pictures. Best way of showing this. Various pictures, and what you do is you walk through them with that, and eventually your eyes relax while you're walking through the glasses, and it creates like a 3D effect. It's a really cool little addition to the album, and like I say, it didn't cost any more than what you would normally pay for a record when it first came out. So yeah, it was a great little addition to the album, and I think it speaks volumes for how creative the band are, because how the hell they managed to get this out for the same price as a normal jewel case for the same budget, I have no idea, but it's a great little idea. Like I say, not really a special edition, don't come with any extra tracks or anything like that, but I think from a packaging perspective it's really different and out there. So that's number 7. Right, so number 6, this is probably, I personally think this is such an underrated record. I just think because they see the name, they think, alright, that's who he is, and that's the end of it. It's Mike Shinoda's side project, Fort Minor. This was a standalone album. He's only ever done one, and I don't think he intends to do another one anytime soon. And it was Rising Tide. Such a great rock record. It's basically a hip-hop record, an experimental hip-hop record, and yeah, it was fantastic. I don't hear anyone talk about it, and to be honest with you, I think these days with the sort of quality Linkin Park are churning out these days, I think he's better off just sacking that off and doing stuff more like this, because it is a great hip-hop album. The special edition itself, you can buy it absolutely dirt cheap now. I think I looked not so long back, and it's worth nothing, peanuts, a couple of quid, and it comes with bonus tracks. The bonus tracks are great, and it comes with a DVD, and the DVD is basically a making of the artwork and the album itself. It's quite an in-depth documentary, and it is well worth watching. And like I say, it comes in a pretty cool subcase with a red jewel case. The disc is behind there. Yeah, honestly, I think personally on this entire list, for value for money, you pick this up for a couple of quid, you're absolutely laughing, because it is a brilliant album. And I suggest check it out if you like Mike Shinoda's work anyway, or Linkin Park's. Yeah, so that's number 6. At number 5, we have the Gallows magnum opus, in my opinion. It's Great Britain. Nothing really eye-catching with the packaging. It's just a jewel case. But I put this on the list because this is the 2-disc version. one CD and one DVD, and the DVD, because this is a concept album, goes into like a dystopian future where society is caved in on itself. The DVD is basically like a mini film which accompanies the concept throughout. So I thought I'd put this number 5 because it is it's a nice little DVD and it adds a bit more depth to an already amazing album. So yeah, that is number 6. Like I say, nothing particularly eye-striking about the packaging. I'm not going to pull that out, but that has some pretty disturbing artwork on it. You can buy this for £4, I think, so I would recommend this as well. Right, so number 4, I'm going to be showing you Swans of the Sea. However, I'm going to be aiming it at the trilogy, so that's Be Kind and The Glowing Man as well, because all 3 are the same. Basically they did vinyl release and the standard 2-disc edition because they're massive albums, but the special CD version comes with a DVD and each one has a concert, and the concert is great. Again, it has that sort of edited kind of style where it doesn't really show it in its entirety. It's kind of like spliced into from various nights, which I don't really like, but they are decent concerts nonetheless. I will say, however, that the CA is the better one out of the 3, from an art perspective and from a quality perspective on the actual packaging itself. Sorry. The artwork's amazing, and the packaging, it's well put together, whereas with Glowing Man and Be Kind, it's got like a weird sort of paper feel to it. It feels very cheap, and the artwork there's not much imagination to it. It's different. I appreciate it for what it is, but I just don't think a lot of thought went to it as much as the Sea got. So this is the better one out of the 3, but from a content perspective, they're all pretty much the same. And I personally think that they're better than just picking up a double vinyl record. So yeah, I'd recommend these, and that is number 4. Alright, so at number 3 we have Breaking Benjamin's 3rd record, Phobia. This came as a special edition. You can buy the standard, but there was a special edition. I don't know how, I think it's quite scarce these days. But it comes in a slipcase, which is pretty decent, although it's starting to peel away because of the age of it. And the bonus material for this was that it came with a DVD, and it was a concert that they'd played, and I think this is actually the first and only official DVD they've done. I might be wrong, but as far as I know, this is the only time they've ever released a DVD where they've played live. From what research that I've done on the concert itself, apparently Ben was pretty ill, so there's not a great deal of energy on the stage that I suppose really captures their live shows. I've never seen them live because until recently Ben had a phobia of flying, so he's never actually travelled the world. He's just stuck to playing in America, so I've never seen them live. But I can say that the actual performance was a little bit lackluster, but nonetheless it's a nice little addition to the special edition regardless. Yeah, so I think it's a good little record, and the extras are great for it, so that is number 3. So number 2, it's a best of. I hate best ofs, I'll say that right from the off. I do not like them. I really do think that it's just cash-in material. Unless it's someone like Frank Zappa, whose discog is absolutely ginormous, where I feel that a best of is best suited for an artist with a a catalogue of that size, I really don't see the point in buying a best of, because like I say, I just think they're milking the fans. But this one is a rare exception, and it isn't for the actual album itself, it's for what you get extra, and it's Marilyn Manson's Lest We Forget. The reason why I like this best of so much is because of the DVD. The DVD is basically all of his music videos with personal commentary from him, and it also includes the previously banned music video Sane, which is quite eye-opening when you watch it. It's quite explicit, but yeah, it's a great little DVD, filled with loads of bonus stuff and extras, and I just think it really gave me a reason to actually pick this up. The first disc is average, I'd be honest in saying that right off the bat. I really just think that you're better off just listening to an artist's album in its entirety, rather than just having the hit singles all stuck onto one CD, because anyone can do that. But this actually gave you a reason to picking it up. It's in a digipack. One of my CDs keeps popping out. It's a 6-panel digipack. There's a inlay in there. Yeah, you can get this. I was going to say you can get it quite cheap, but I don't think it's as cheap as I think it is. But I think if you're a Marilyn Manson fan, I think it is worth. It's worth about £8, I'd say. Because, like I say, the extras are really nice on this DVD. But I wouldn't really suggest going much further than that. But I do really like this as a special edition, and for me to put it on this list, as much as I hate best ofs, I suppose it speaks volumes on how good the extras are for it. Alright, so number 1, like I say, these are done in a best to worst list. It's just basically 7 straight off the bat. There's no one better than the other. But number 7, this is Linkin Park's Minute to Midnight special edition. They had loads and loads of variants for this release. I remember having about 3 when it first came out, because I actually loved the album, and there's loads of bonus tracks floating around through different versions. But I happened to stumble across this in H&B back in the day. This is their special edition to the album. Ironically, I actually think this is probably the worst album they've done. It hasn't aged well, I don't think. It's aged pretty badly. But from a special edition perspective, I actually think this is the best one they've done. I don't think they've done one as good as this since. It's a book, 2-disc, CD and DVD. The DVD is a documentary which goes into the making of the album, because they had a bit of a break after Meteora, and obviously they had a bit of a sound change up during this album, so it's basically going into their thought process when they were making the record, and obviously the risks they were taking by branching out in sound. But on the DVD as well, it's a bit silly to say now, but at the time people were using it, and you could there was things on the DVD which you could use for wallpapers. You make phone ringtones. Like I say, it's all pretty antiquated stuff these days, but at the time they were pretty decent additions. Like I said, the book itself really well made. There's a little Linkin Park Underground slip falling out, and then there's obviously like a page booklet that's built into the book, which gives you all the lyrics and various studio photos from that time. So that is number 1. Alright, so that is my 7 best special editions. I plan on doing more videos in the future. Still planning on buying new special editions to show you guys. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the list, and I'll see you next time.